First, I'd like to start with maybe what product ownership is not. I would argue it's not product marketing. A lot of people with the title product manager are really product marketing. If you think your job is to define market requirements, to define business cases, to collect customer requirements, chances are you're thinking product marketing.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nkechi and I'm a product owner based in Copenhagen. On this channel, I share my story as a product owner who just started this new role and also some ideas and tips that can help you get started. So if you like to see this type of content, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button. Today, I'll be sharing 8 tips on how you can get started as a product owner. I wish I knew some of these things that I'll be sharing with you today. In my last video, I talked about what a product owner really does. If you haven't seen that, please check out the video. I'll leave the link in the description so that you can have a look. These ideas or tips that I'll be giving is based on my experience, what I did before I started this new role as a product owner. So the number 1 tip here is to figure out if you actually want to work as a product owner. What do I mean? Figuring out if this product owner role is actually for you. So that includes doing your research and not just watching YouTube videos online. Of course, you can see a lot of, the glam when it comes to working as a product owner because you're, collaborating with a lot of people, but also really talk to people that are in this job. Ask them questions like, what does a day in the life of a product owner looks like? What is the framework a product owner uses? What are the things to learn about, or what are the advice you can give if you're actually going into this role as a product owner? So asking concrete questions like this, explaining what their day looks like, what framework do they use, what tools do they use. There are lots of softwares that a product owner use in terms of collaboration, but also in terms of monitoring and tracking the progress of their work. So you need to get first-hand information from people who are already in this product owner role. That way you have a better understanding if this is something that you really want to do. So after asking all the questions, if you think that this is something that you don't see yourself doing, I would advise that you skip. But if this is something that you would like to do, I'll advise that you keep watching the video. So the next step at this point would be to take a course in product ownership. I would strongly recommend this. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos or tutorials online that you can watch about, product management or product ownership, but I strongly recommend that you take a course, like a real course online. The reason why I recommend taking a course is because it's very concrete and it's more structured. That way you have more in-depth learning and analysis of or insights of what a product owner role is really about. And that way you can see yourself whether doing the role or not. So now that you've taken a course online, the next thing you want to do is apply this, so practice. So what do I mean? Practice can actually take several forms. For me personally, I did a lot of practice by, starting up my own company. I did a lot of research, just, understanding the customer journey, the user behavior. I created an app. I used some tools online like, wireframing, front-end design, which I worked on. Just, practicing and better understanding how the user journey really looks like. So practice actually brings all that you've learned to life. It brings everything to reality. So that way you're applying all the knowledge that you've actually learned while taking the course. And there's also a lot of frameworks that I would recommend that you practice with. So for example, there is Cagan, or there is Waterfall, there is also Scrum, but we're not going to go into that in this video. So these are some frameworks you can actually use to practice. Product owners, in most cases, they operate within a framework. Right now, the current job where I work, we actually operate using Scrum, for example. So if this is something you see yourself doing, it's always highly recommended that you also take the course in, Scrum or Agility, just understanding the framework and how a product owner plays in this field. Another relevant tip that I would like to share today is be a part of a community. There's a lot of product owner community that you can join easily on LinkedIn. There's the Scrum guy. There's also the product owner community All you just need to do is to go on LinkedIn and then you search for these different communities. You can search for all these different keywords online, and then you see communities that you can actually join. Because the whole point of joining the community is then you get to talk to people that are in similar situation as you, or even people that are already working as product owners. So you get to learn from them, and that way you grow your knowledge and you expand, your insight about the role. So now that you've joined the community about product ownership, another thing I would highly recommend is to get a mentor or coaching, because this would help you have a one-on-one feedback from these mentors, and then you get first-hand experience from them. You can also learn from their mistakes. There's also a site online I can show you. It's called ADP List. That way you can go there and you can search for different mentors based on their fields. Just search for either product management or product ownership, and then you can book a session, a one-on-one session with these mentors, and get direct advice. And all this is actually free at your disposal. So this is a very good website that you can optimize. And now that you've gotten a mentor, it is time, which brings me to my next step, which is learn what you need to know to get the job. So what do I mean by that? Essentially, some of these companies that are looking for product owners, they have specific requirements for a particular role. So you need to go on LinkedIn. You can use the LinkedIn hashtag hiring and just trim down your search by post. And then you can search for a particular company that you may be interested in to work with, and just check out their job descriptions, check out what they're looking for in a product owner role. It's possible that you can have 3 out of the 5 requirements that they're looking for. If you have 4 out of 5, or you even have 3 out of 5, I would say go for it. You never know. Now that you have an idea of what exactly the recruiters are looking for, or these companies are looking for, the next thing for you to do is to apply. Of course, once you apply, there are different ways that you can actually apply to a job. You can apply either through LinkedIn or on the website of these companies, or you can even reach out to the recruiter to let them know that you saw this post and this is something that you can do, and just listing out what you've done. And here I would say that if you can have a product portfolio, this is very important, because it's one thing that you talk about what you can do, but it's another thing that you can show that yes, you can do it. So this links back to my previous point around practicing. So if you have actually practiced, you've built some sort of product, or you have some sort of article you've written about product ownership, the company needs to trust that you can deliver. And by showing a product that you've actually worked on, it doesn't have to be a finished product. It can be a prototype. It can be something you've tried out, or something you've collaborated on, maybe with a friend or somebody. So showing this, it goes a long way to help you stand out from the crowd. And that's where you want to be. You want to be able to stand out from the crowd and make sure that you have what it takes, and you can also show what it takes to be a product owner. But I know with applying to jobs, it can be a really stressful situation or position to be in. Trust me, I've been there. But one thing I'll say is just keep applying, because you never know. Personally, I would advise that quality over quantity. So what do I mean? Instead of just sending out your applications, I would advise that you pick out the companies that you really want to work for, but also other companies that could be in your second choice, and take your time to fill out your applications. So prepare your resume, prepare your portfolio, and actually check out the job description. What exactly is it that they're looking for, and match that to your qualifications or your skills and competencies. So in this process, you really want to take your time. So if they say they need someone who is, very collaborative, or someone who has effective communication skill, you do not just want to list it on your CV or in the cover letter that, oh, I have communication skill, but you want to talk about a story of a time you applied your communication skill as a product owner or when building a product, and how that actually helped in producing result or an outcome. So this is how you want to position yourself in your CV or your resume, because this is the first contact that the employer has with you. So you want to, come ready. Now that you've applied to several product owner roles, what do? You just wait. No, I'm just kidding. You need to continue studying, continue reading, because that is actually the road to a successful career path. It's constantly improving your skills, improving your knowledge. There's a lot of books that I can recommend that you read. I would strongly recommend this book, The Professional Product Owner. This book actually helped me get started as a product owner, and it contains a lot of information that you can learn as a new product owner, or if you're already in the role as a product owner. This is a very good read and I would recommend it. Another book you can read is The Art of Agile Product Ownership. That's also a very good book. You can check out online. And these books give you better understanding of, what is changing, the trends that is out there, and also real life examples on how you can apply the product ownership role in your daily life as a product owner. We've come to the end of this video. Let me know which of these tips resonate with you. If you like the content you just saw, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because that would encourage me to keep putting out content like this. But yes, thank you so much for staying up until the end of this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.